Welcome to SATV News. This is Nouri Alamin with the headlines. No one without land and home in Panchakor and Magura district, declares Prime Minister. Hand over 26,229 more houses. No more travelling on train routes in Bangladesh. High Court asks the railway authorities to ensure. Bangladesh is killed at border, mostly criminals, said BSF chief. Relationship with BJP is better than ever. Panchakor and Magura were on Thursday officially declared as the country's first two districts having no landless and homeless people in the landmark achievement under the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's Home to Home Everyone in the Astran project. The Premier made the announcement while distributing of 26,229 houses among the landless families across the country, joining virtually from her official residence at Ganabhavan. Apart from these, 43 other upazilas of the country's different districts also got the same status. Sheikh Hasina said, "This is a big achievement. I hope that all districts and upazilas of Bangladesh will one day be free from landless and homeless people. Every person in the country will have a house and an address as well." Some 67,800 houses are being provided among the landless and homeless families in the third phase of the Astran 2 project of the PMO. Of these, 32,904 houses were also handed over to the April 26th. For the last of the 26,229 ones handed over on the July 21st, and the construction of the 8,667 other houses is still underway. Earlier on, 1,17,329 semi-pocha houses along with 2 decimal land were distributed among the homeless people in the country of the first 2 phases on January 23, 2021 and June 20, 2021. Bangladesh is for a big shock from the debt liabilities of the mega project between 2024 and 2026, as the time of the foreign loan repayment is nearing and is a concern for the economy. Noted economist and distinguished fellow of the Center of the Policy Dialogue CPD, Dr. Debapriya Bhattacharya, came up with this remark while talking to the reporters on Thursday. He said a proper plan is needed to deal with this situation as well. He said that currently and the ratio of foreign debt of GDP is 1.1%, which may be doubled by the 2026. In a landmark order aimed at curbing the minarchy, the High Court on Thursday asked the railway authorities in Bangladesh to ensure that no one travel on train routes. The on-duty rail officials will be suspended if any driver breaks this rule. And on High Court bench of Justice Mohammad Nazrul Islam Talukdar and Justice Khizir Hayat passed the order on Thursday. The court said from today, no trains will be permitted to carry passengers on the roof. The concerned authorities have been asked to inform by July 31st about the initiatives over the issue and also about the steps related by stopping black ticket sales. July 31st has been fixed as the next date of hearing in the matter. Bangladesh is killed in BSF firing at the border where mostly criminals, says Indian Border Security Force Director General Pankaj Kumar Singh. He made the remark while responding to media queries after the BJP BSF DG level border conference at the headquarters of Border Guard Bangladesh at Pilkhana on Dhaka today. The BSF chief of justice and said that those involved in various crimes, including the smuggler, drug leader and traffickers, were killed in the border firings. He said that they have started using non-lethal weapons to bring down border killings to the zero. BJP DG Major General Shakil Ahmed said that BJP BSF will work together on border security. Chattogram University students staged a protest on the varsity campus on Wednesday night, demanding justice for a female student who was allegedly harassed. Hundreds of students gathered outside to the Vice-Chancellor's residence on the campus at 10:30 p.m. and began their demonstrations. Shouting slogans, the protesters demanded the reactivation of the CU's sexual harassment cell and steps aimed to ensure the safety for all students on the campus apart from the speedy justice in the harassment issue. The students also protested against the university diktat asking students return to the campus latest by 10 p.m. The protest continued till the midnight. Police on Thursday recovered the bodies of an additional Deputy Commissioner ADC of the Khulna Metropolitan Police and a constable from the separate places in Magura. The deceased were identified as ADC Labuni Akhtar, 30, and Constable Mahmudul Hassan, 23. KMP's Additional Commissioner of Police SM Fazlul Haq said that Labuni Akhtar was found hanging from the ceiling fan with his scarf her grandparents' house at the Sharangodia village in Sripur Upazila in this morning. He said Labuni was on leave. Mahmudul Hassan's body was recovered from the roof of Magura Police Lines barrack in the morning. He shot himself in the head with a firearm issued in the same and the name around the 7:30 am, said the Magura Additional Superintendent of Police Kamrul Hassan. He said, hailing from the Kushtiya, Mahmudul was posted in Magura 1.5 months ago. A head-on collision between a bus and a microbus on the Dhaka-Barishal highway left 5 people dead and 12 others injured on today. 4 of the deceased were identified as Muhammad Hassan, Ruhul Amin, Nurul Islam, Abdul Rahman, and 1 more person died in the hospital. 3 seriously injured people have been admitted to the Barishal Shere Bangla Medical College Hospital, and among them 1 Shahidul Islam died. According to the eyewitnesses, the accident happened as the microbus collided with the Gami Mullah Paribohon and bus after one of the tires suddenly burst, leaving for death on the spot. A 43-year-old teacher riding his bicycle to school died after being knocked down by a speeding bus on the Dinaspur Fulbari Road in Shodor Upazila of Dinaspur on Thursday. The deceased was identified and the name of Nur Jamal as assistant teacher at the Panchabari Government Primary School. Police said the accident happened to occur in the morning in the Jaliapara area, leaving him dead on the spot. Agitated local people blocked the Dinaspur Fulbari Road in protest against the accident, disrupting the vehicular movement for an hour. A jewellery shop owner at Bhaluka in Mymensingh sustained bullet injuries and lost 50 varies of gold in a dagging robbery on Wednesday night. The robbery took place at Pradeep Jewellers adjacent to bus stand point at the Bhaluka-Gafurgaon highway at 9 p.m. Udhir Karmakar, owner of the shop, and his brother Sudhir Karmakar were held stake at gunpoint. According to the eyewitnesses, a gang of the 4 to 5 people armed robbers riding a microbus came to the place. They entered the shop and took all gold at the gunpoint. The robbers shot the Udhir Karmakar at his leg following the resistance and fled the spot, exploiting cocktail. With the critical injuries, Udhir was taken to the Upazila Health Complex and later on referred to the Mymensingh Medical College Hospital. Several pedestrians were also injured at that accident. Viewers, we're taking a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back, and you are watching SATV News. Now, news from abroad. Sri Lanka's 6th-time Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was sworn in Thursday as the president of the crisis-hit South Asian nation, his officials said. Wickremesinghe, 73, who was elected by the legislators on Wednesday, took his oath on office before Chief Justice Jayanta Jayasuriya at the tightly guarded Parliament complex. Political sources said Wickremesinghe will invite all political parties to join a cabinet of the 30 ministers to steer the country out its worst economic crisis since independence from Britain in 1948. Former Public Administration Minister Dinesh Gunaratne, a schoolmate of the Wickremesinghe, is also tipped to become the Prime Minister. Worshipping at the Buddhist temple on Wednesday evening after his election by the 225 Member of Parliament, Wickremesinghe vowed though the action against the troublemakers. Protesters who stormed Rajapaksa's palace and toppled him earlier this month accused Wickremesinghe of being a proxy of the one powerful family.
Fled the country last week.
Indian opposition leader Sonia Gandhi was questioned by money laundering investigators on Thursday, prompting her Congress party to accuse the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government of running a political vendetta. The complaint against 75 years old, the party president and her son, Rahul Gandhi, was lodged 9 years ago by a member of parliament from the Modi's BJP. Rahul Gandhi, who was the also senior figure as the Congress, was questioned several times last month in the connection with the same case. They have both denied any wrongdoing. Wildfires are raging across Europe, where a heat wave has intensified drought conditions. Though the temperatures have been cold in France and the UK, the firefighters are also still tackling blazes in Greece, Spain and Italy as well. The fires in France badly hit the southwest have started to be brought under control, and as the heat wave moves northeast, low water levels and hampering transport on rivers in Germany. More than 1,000 deaths have been linked to the extremely high temperature in Portugal, while in Spain it is at least 500. In Greece, the firefighters were tackling a blaze on the Mount Penteli to the northeast of the capital Athens. Before ending, we go through the SATV News headlines again. No one without land and home in Panchagor and Magura district, declares Prime Minister, hands over 26,229 more houses. No more travelling on train routes in Bangladesh, High Court asks the railway authorities to ensure. Bangladesh is killed at border, mostly criminals, said the BSF chief. Relationship with BJP is better than ever. You are up to date with our top stories so far here on SATV, and to know news, visit www.satv.tv. Stay with SATV.